Hey pups, RP here, and welcome back to my channel. Today's Pokemon themed video is us traveling back to the past into the Kanto region and remaking the Lavender Town video with better quality. That being said, let's begin. Like I said before, we're traveling back to the Kanto region to talk about classic Lavender Town. Located north of Route 10 and Rock Tunnel, west of Route 8, and south of Route 12, and the Silence Bridge. In Japan, called the Noble Purple Town from Gens 1 through 3, and simply called the Noble Town in Gen 4. Lavender Town is by far one of the darkest origins in the Pokemon franchise, where in-game, Pokemon faint after losing a battle, Lavender Town is where Pokemon die, and ghosts haunt the Pokemon Tower. Mostly a Mother Marowak, killed by Team Rocket, haunts the tower, and this place is also littered with a bunch of channelers. One of them even cries out that she needs blood. The hell? Also, anyone who's played the original Pokemon games can say that Lavender Town was one of the creepiest things the game had to offer its first go-round. In Gen 2 and onward, the Pokemon Tower is replaced with the House of Memories, or Soul House, and the Kanto Radio Tower. The downside of the radio tower is that the upstairs floors are completely off limits. Lame. There's also a Pokemon Volunteer House for orphaned or abandoned Pokemon, or Pokemon Mr. Fuji finds and takes care of alongside some other volunteers, and where the baby Cubone is located. There's also a Name Rater who can change your Pokemon's name or nickname if you want, though you have to find the Sylph Scope in Gen 1 games. Though you have to find a Sylph Scope in the Gen 1 games, though you have to take from Giovanni after finding one of their Team Rocket hideouts in Celadon City. This item can allow you to identify ghost Pokemon, and the ghost of the Mother Marowak. Of course, Lavender Town also has a plethora of Pokemon creepypastas in its wake, such as some of the most famous ones as follows. Lavender Town Syndrome, Buried Alive, Pokemon Black, and Gary's Raticate. I'll be going over each one, but a lot of them have already been debunked as false, since they're just creepypastas, and are more like campfire stories passed on from person to person on the internet. Lavender Town Syndrome is a very concerning one at best. It's also known as Lavender Town Tone, or Lavender Town Death, to put it nicely, and more safe for YouTube. The story goes that kids between the ages of at least 7 to about 12 years old would listen to the song with headphones to the Japanese original song, and would hear a certain frequency only heard by a child's ears, since their ears seem to be more sensitive than adults. Symptoms included headaches and irritation, and other symptoms from variations also include nausea, vomiting, and eventual insanity, and the ending of one's life. This was debunked via the Electric Soldier Porygon episode, causing seizures in one scene, and the Japanese government stopped airing the anime for a while. Buried Alive and White Hand were fan creations from a line one of the CPCs said as a joke, saying, "That white hand resting on your shoulder isn't real either." Buried Alive was a fan-made creation that was a part of the Lavender Town creepypasta trend. Granted, while it's just a creepypasta, I can honestly imagine Satoshi and his crew having a conversation with this Buried Alive idea. Alright guys, how's the development for our first Pokemon games going? We've gotten all the sprite designs of the CPCs, Pokemon, and the other designs complete. Scripting is complete as well, sir. Battling other CPCs is going well, sir, but there's a problem. You know the idea we had a week ago for it to be some random zombified dead guy? Buried Alive? Well, we can't seem to get it to where the player can actually win. And anytime the battle ends, whether or not the player wins or loses, there's a game over screen where Buried eats the trainer, and there's a game over written at the bottom of the image, and the game continues to freeze either way. Somehow I knew Buried Alive was a bad idea. Jerry! You had one job! I'm sorry, sir. I thought Buried Alive would give the game more edge for the kids. Kids love edginess. Okay, let's go with option number 2. The Ghost Marowak idea Stacy had last Friday. If that ends up being another failed buried alive idea, we'll continue to brainstorm more ideas until we get it right. Yes, sir! Hey! Hey, the game didn't freeze! It actually worked! Great job, Stacy! I knew I hired you for a reason. You're the new employee of the month. Thanks, Mr. Satoshi. I wouldn't let the team down no matter what. But I'm employee of the month. Okay, I know the J-Wits made a joke about the similar thing in his video, but I couldn't help myself. The moment was right there. And finally, Gary's Eradicate, which is merely a fan theory that indicates us meeting our rival inside Pokemon Tower, and he no longer uses his Eradicate in battles. This implies that you, the player, killed his Eradicate while battling him on the SS Anne, when he couldn't find the nearest Pokemon Center there. Again, it's just a fan theory, but it makes for great creepypastas and storytelling as well. And now for some more fun facts about Lavender Town. In the OG anime, Ash and friends travel to the Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town to catch a ghost Pokemon to defeat Sabrina, and find the very friendly and playful ghost trio, Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar, and befriends Haunter in the episode The Tower of Terror. In Pokemon Origins, File 2, Cubone plays off similarly to the games and makes a reappearance in File 4, Charizard, where one of the volunteers discuss about Blue defeating but failing to capture a powerful Pokemon to Mr. Fuji. In the manga, The Electric Tale of Pikachu, Ash reunites with Brock to defeat a Haunter known as the Black Fog in Lavender Town, and as Ash is about to catch it, it blows itself up via self-destruct. Yeah. Pokemon Adventure showcase in these two chapters, aside for Psyduck and that awful Arbok, where Blue disappeared into the Pokemon Tower and a bunch of zombie Pokemon appear. And as it turns out, Blue was under hypnosis, along with his Charmeleon, along with a zombie Pokemon by Ghastly. Yeah. Spooky, creepy, and super weird, but I like it. The manga's a dark place, man! Also, in the Gen 1 games, after saving Mr. Fuji from Team Rocket, he'll reward you with a Pokeflute, used to wake up and encounter a battle with Snorlax. And in the Let's Go games, a man rewards you 20 plus Great Balls after rescuing Cubone from Team Rocket's hideout. While Lavender Town is overused in creepypastas and is no longer as scary as it used to be for most of us, it's a spooky nostalgia trip for anyone who grew up with the OG Pokemon. Anyway, that's all the time I have for this video, and I'll see you in the next one, pups. Cue the outro. RP is out. Sweet dreams.